Hey, this is Bismarck129. I'm doing an online campaign. I'm playing as the Prussians, and my opponent is playing as the British. Now, this is the new multiplayer campaign. It's alright. I'll tell you a bit about it during the vid. I'll just tell you what I'm doing now. I'm assembling my army and trying to get to Brandenburg because I noticed he was sending troops towards me, like so by boat. So I was fearing he's going to send in an amphibious assault. So I'm a bit worried. I've also allied with Poland, but I'm going to try and get these troops in East Prussia to Brandenburg. So I'm getting military access into Poland to allow me to get to Brandenburg. I have to pay them a bit of money, I think, as well. So it was a bit of a pain. But I managed to get. I'll be able to send in my troops. I'll tell you a bit about the campaign. It's like a bit like an ordinary campaign, but with a few extra options where you can play as the AI against the other non-AI opponent. You have your turns are timed. This is, I think, timed at 2 minutes, and you have 2 minutes to get your turn finished, or your turn is finished. Also, you can choose to play as the AI. For example, let's say there's my opponent there. He's sending in troops. His troops about to go across Denmark and around Denmark. Now, let's say your opponent attacks. That opponent attacked Denmark and attacked Copenhagen. I could choose to play as the AI, or if I attack Hanover, he can choose to play as Hanover against me in that battle. Now I'm just getting ready for the attack by the British player. It was kind of a bit predictable, but I was very worried he would attack and I would be completely outnumbered. I'm still increasing troops, trying to also improve my economy a little. Building up roads. Here's the battle. Now you arrived at Brandenburg. You attacked my port and then landed. Now I cut out a lot of this battle, but I nearly lost this fight. Right, so I outnumbered him, but I also had, to an extent, more firepower compared to his artillery. More artillery pieces than him, but he had lots of troops, a cavalry superiority, and he managed to interrupt my forces, and they routed most of the time. I tried to also interrupt him as well. I began to struggle, but I managed to turn the tables. It was literally sort of two armies. And I had, I think, about 10 line infantry and 2 demi-cannons, 2 generals bodyguard and 4 regimental cavalry. But most of the troops are either badly suffered casualties or they've routed or worse, so to speak. But I managed to get the upper hand. He's got less forces now. He's got a militia, he's got militia, he's got those pike units. And he's literally getting his I'm trying to surround him here, trying to stop him from destroying my troops and causing any more damage. But all those troops there fighting that one line infantry over there are all pikemen. And that one unit is now beginning to rout. It's not looking good. That's a British character. There's a British melee in melee there. I nearly was a bit afraid now because I thought Britain, if you're playing as Britain, you've got tons of allies. You got Hanover, Austria, the United Provinces, and I was fearing they would all declare war on me. And I managed to ally with Poland to seek some sort of help in the situation. They did declare war on Britain as well. The only other nation that declared allied that of Britain that declared war on me was the 13 colonies. And I nearly lost this battle, and I feared I was going to lose Berlin in the process, so I said, I think it was a miracle I managed to turn this around. I managed, of course, though I did have him sort of, he had his forces on united, I had all my I had my force divided, one on the south and one on the north, and he had to deal with the situation. Although I caused a lot of casualties to his cannons at first, and his cavalry really proved to be very fatal in this battle, which to my line infantry. Although I managed to kill one of his generals, he also has 2 generals with him. There's 2 militia units fighting me there. They're completely surrounded and they're not going to have a chance. And I think all those are pike units there that are fighting in melee with my other line infantry, and they're very weak in comparison. Like one line infantry, that line infantry was able to bring down all these pike units on their own, on his own literally, and they just will eventually begin to rout. So there's what his unit of demi-cannons there. There's another unit of, there's militia unit going down rapidly. It's now beginning to waver. Oh, looking good for him. Nice. Eventually now I'm getting all my units, and I'll begin to surround the remaining British troops, because it was a great, it was alright. The campaign's quite good to an extent, but it depends on your player, and I've only played 3 of these, and it can be alright at times, or in other cases it can be boring. There's also a lot of bugs in it, I'd say, because I must presume, but I'm not too sure, but it's very difficult to get into one of these type of online campaigns. Most of them are locked, and you have to have a password where to get in. That's the end of the battle. I took a huge amount of casualties, but I managed to drive the British troops back to the port there. That'll be, and the treaty, this will soon end. He loses connection, and that's the end. But most of the times I've been either dropped or couldn't get in at all. I make a peace agreement with Britain. He accepts it, and which is quite good, which was a good thing, but this will now soon end now, and luckily I saved myself, but I only won that by, it's literally a Pyrrhic victory, but he took even more casualties. Now I'll lose connection soon in this, and this will lead to the end of the battle. So good game to my opponent, and I hope you enjoy. I'll try and see and upload more of these, and tell me how I might maybe be able to improve it. So see ya. It's soon going to lose connection. Didn't know what was going on, and then all of a sudden it's cut and it's over. So